C Studios. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Oh, it's Friday. You made it, Huskers. You made it to Friday. Well done. Lots going on. Lots to talk about. Lots to do. First of all, text line, 464-5685. Starter Heyman text line. You can call in if you have questions for our guests, 464-5685 on the Honda Lincoln hotline. You can follow us, the Starter Heyman video stream. Check it out. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Get it in. On a Friday where Fordham is the conversation. I want to bring you guys these Huskers. Like, I want to just put them on a platter and let you guys get comfortable with them and them with you. Today's guest from an absolute California basketball factory. It's a factory. This is a good dude. I'm looking forward to what he brings to the table, and we'll go further with Wilhelm Bradenbach. How you doing today, bro?
I'm doing well.
It's first of all, thank you for doing this on a Friday. Like, I know there's lots going on, but you're a student now at the University of Nebraska, and tomorrow is a Husker football home game.
Right.
Has the energy changed in the space for you?
I think so. I mean, just walking around campus today. To my classes and stuff, I noticed there's a whole lot more people. There's like families walking around. There's kind of trucks around the stadium. Stuff kind of. There's a lot of buzzing going on. So I'm definitely excited to see it.
You planning on going to the game? Have you given that much thought?
Yeah. I'll be there.
All right, 90,000, bro. You could. This is gonna be like. Look, man, you're a Cali guy. So USC, UCLA, you used to being around big programs.
Right.
But this one's yours now. You have ownership.
Right. Yeah.
This has got to be pretty good. Let's go back for the folks that may have missed your first visit, and let's talk about the family because as leadership, we tend to look at the families of the people that we want to bring in and support.
Right.
Your family is connected. It is love-based. It is supportive. Talk a little bit more about your family.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just my family's always been really close knit, and we all have our kind of problems and differences, stuff like that. Sometimes we'll get angry at each other, but at the end of the day, like, that's just a natural part of kind of any relationship, with whether it's friends or anything like that. But I mean, we're real supportive of each other. We kind of, if someone's kind of lacking or something like that, we'll kind of pick each other up, get each other in the right direction. So overall, it's a real good, a real good family to be a part of.
Family being important, they put you in a situation where you get to play for Mater Dei. That's not an empty vacuum.
Right.
There's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of legacy attached to that.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you when you talk about your alma mater? What does it mean to you?
I mean, it's cool just knowing the history of the basketball program and how successful it's been, and then to know that I built onto that legacy even further in the 4 years that I was there, like adding like a CIF championship or like a state champion, Southern Section championship, whatever you want to call it, and then four more league titles is pretty cool to look back on.
Like, this is where greatness is born. When you talk about four of those titles, 4 city titles, that's huge. Like, this is not. We're not talking about Idaho. We're not talking about Montana.
Right.
We're talking about, you're in California, where there are sharks everywhere.
Right.
And your program is you figured out how to win and you maintain it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't just us too. Like, it was, I'm pretty sure it's 37 in a row now. So it's, yeah. So it's, and like you said, like, it's not a cakewalk. Pretty much every single game you'll play in league is a battle. All the other teams are really good. So it's not like you get to just walk in the gym and win. Like, it's a battle every game.
What is that? What is the thing? I mean, to know how to win. It's the thing that's talked about most and known the least.
What is it? Like, is it just confidence, knowledge, experience? It's been done before. It's the culture. What is it?
I mean, it's kind of all those things you said, but also like my freshman year, we had mostly all seniors who had been through the same process that I had been through. So that was kind of those guys passed down the winning mentality, and it's like there's a different aspect in a winning gym than a losing gym. Like a winning gym is like you have to get in the gym ready to work, like almost scared almost that you're going to lose. Like you have to be scared to lose, and you have to be willing to work hard every single day. And I think that's kind of what those guys ingrained in me. And then once they left, I kind of took the reins and taught the other newcomers and the younger guys how to do what I was taught.
When you speak to leadership or think of leadership, can you lead as a newcomer? Is that possible? Are there things that you can add, contribute, even though you're new to the program? There are things like you know how to win. Like I'm not sure there's anybody else on this team that won 4 straight city titles.
Right.
Like I don't think where you played and what you accomplished matters. Do you feel like you have something to offer when it comes to leadership with this team?
I think so. I mean, I'm not really like a vocal leadership type of guy, and like there's other guys who have a lot more college experience than I have, because I don't have any. But so I mean, there's so much to learn from those guys. And then as far as I go, I like to kind of just I know my role. I know what I need to do during practice, and that's like be a energy guy. So I'll do that every single practice, and kind of I'm pretty sure energy is contagious. So if I bring it every day, then it kind of everybody's able to feed off of it.
I think it's important to note that there is a bit, and again, I'm sitting here with you, so there are things that my radar is detecting. There is a subtle, humble confidence that you carry. It's not easy to come into a Power 5 school and make an impact, even before games are played. You've done that. Derek Walker has talked about you. Kobe Webster's talked about you in kind, glowing terms that, listen, folks, Husker fans, you need to pay attention to this guy. This guy does something special. Has that information been shared with you? And what does it mean when you hear it?
I mean, that hasn't been shared with me, but obviously it's a great thing to be able to hear, especially from those older guys, knowing that I'm doing something that helps the team. And that's pretty much all I want to do. Like, whatever that's what I've been saying is whatever gets me on the court, whatever position that is, whoever I have to guard, whatever I have to do, I'm willing to do it, because it's winning comes first, and helping the team comes first, and then everything else will follow that. So
let's go through some of the opponents that you faced. Like you're big on the AAU and travel circuit, so you faced all the monsters. There are no, like, you're not going to walk into a gym and go, well, wow, you're the best basketball player I've ever seen, because I've seen some.
Right.
Who are some of the best players you played against?
I mean, I've played against and with pretty much everybody you can possibly think of. I mean, just playing against like Sierra Canyon teams, or we played Montverde or Oak Hill or teams like that. And then obviously playing EYBL, we played against just about every single player you can possibly
all
think
the
of.
all the 5 stars, all the
right. Every single person you've heard of, I've probably played against. So
did you get, how much attention did you give to stars, like the 4-star thing, the 3-star thing, the 5-star thing? When you walk on the floor, do stars matter? Does it mean that, this dude's a target? No. Like, how's that work for you?
For me, to be completely honest, it doesn't matter at all. Like, even with the rankings and things like that, like, I was in them. The only way I knew what ranking I was is if somebody came up and told me, just because I didn't look at it. It's not at all important to me. And I think that's how most guys who are on those lists are, is that stuff just doesn't matter to them. And so when you get on the court, like, rankings and all that stuff aside, like, you know who the best players are, scouting and stuff like that, who you have to be worried about. So, but stars and rankings doesn't really matter to me a whole lot. Like, I don't pay any mind to it.
What does scouting mean to you when it's set? Now, the lay fan will look, scouting reports and coaches looking down, but you're on the floor, so you have to have done your own scout. Like, you have to see it with your own eyes.
Right.
For you, how do you prepare for whoever you're going to face? Or is it you preparing yourself?
Right. I mean, it's obviously we'll do the scouting as a team. We watch film. Coaches talk about the personnel, know their plays, stuff like that. But then also the guys you play against. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to have been able to play against most of those guys before, so I know their mentality, I know their tendencies, stuff like that. So obviously watching film as a team and then finding my matchup, watching extensive film on my individual matchup, kind of see what their go-to is, their tells, their tendencies, stuff like that. Just all that just in preparation for the games.
Do you carry that sort of scouting preparation into practices and drills? Because over the course of a year, by the time we get to October 1, you would have seen and known all of your teammates' best stuff.
Sure.
And in order for them to improve, you've got to know it and then make them work.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we all do that, even if you're not thinking about it, like playing against the same guys every day. Obviously you get to start to know what they're doing. And I mean, guys start to know what I do, which is, I think every single person likes that, because you want to be pushed out of your comfort zone, because other teams are going to do exactly what we're doing to each other now, which is, if a guy likes to go left, you're going to force him right. Like, that's just what you do, just to make them work. So of course that happens, but it's all just to make each other better. Through
your recruiting, and again, this is pretty high level recruiting. I mean, you were in some deep water. There are some folks that you had options to go anywhere. And I asked you before, why Lincoln? Now that you've been here for a while, and the town is starting to open itself up to you. What is it about Lincoln that you feel like this is going to be a good home for you?
I think it's really cool. Kind of all the stuff I said before, like the family aspect, the big city, but it's a small town community kind of at the same time. And then it's just a great place to get better. Like right from class, you can go get some food and then go straight to the gym and shoot. We have practice, lift, all that stuff, and there's always people around to help you get better, put you through drills, whatever the case may be. So it's just a perfect environment to get better.
What are you working on? Like, this is now, like you said, you can go into the gym and it's just you in your space, and you get kind of to rebuild, recraft, redirect yourself. What are you working on?
I mean, it kind of depends day by day. Obviously, me coming off an injury, I have a lot of work to do on jumping, and kind of my touch has been a little bit off. So for me, the big thing is just staying in the gym. Obviously, I get my shots every day, but I've been working on pick and roll stuff, making the right reads out of a pick and roll, finish through contact, kind of just a little bit of everything depending on the day.
How much of that is based on conversations with coaches and or teammates?
I mean, it's a little bit of both. Like, obviously I see what I have to work on kind of without anybody telling me, and then we'll watch film as a team and talk about kind of stuff we have to get better at. But a lot of it is just me kind of saying, like, I think I need to get better at this, and the other guys will be like, yeah, that's probably a good thing. So something like that.
We talked about family. How connected do you reach out to your family each daily, once a week? How's that work for you?
I mean, we're the type of family where we're kind of, if we don't talk to each other for 3 days and we pick up the phone, it's like those 3 days didn't happen. Like, it's just, there's been really no lost time. So I'll talk to my family, like just give them a text every day or every other day or something like that. And then we'll get on a phone call like once a week or a video call occasionally. So we have a lot of ways to close the distance.
We were talking before the show about the protocols, the vaccine protocols, and how it affects you guys on a day-to-day. give our fans a little bit about of what you told me about what this whole process has been, how it affects your day-to-day life, how it affects your screenings and such, how often they do it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot going on, like filling out surveys each day. And I mean, all students have to do just to get into buildings, show a little app with that shows that you're allowed into the building, and like symptom screenings and stuff like that every morning before practice. So it's not very hard. It doesn't take a whole lot of time, but we do it every day.
Does it give you comfort? Does it give you confidence?
Oh yeah, it does. I mean, there's obviously only so much you can do to prevent things, and only so much we can do. But I mean, it's definitely a great thing knowing that you're not going to walk into a place and somebody is not feeling well or something like that.
There's always depth to this stuff. To me, watching watching people
Right.
go about their business and how they handle it, the best way, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the best way I can describe the way you handle yourself is professional. You go through this like this is your job. You go through it to be effective, efficient, and complete. Correct me, please.
No, I mean, you're right. Like I know what's expected of me. I know what I need to do to carry out my business, and I kind of just do that. That's kind of the bottom line, is just do what you have to do.
It was we've talked to Derek and Kobe about October 1st, right? So it's Midnight Madness, it's the whole thing, and G Herbo is the selection. All right, California kid, let's go through. Talk to me. Were your favorites on the list?
Favorites as in
favorite performer that you would want to open up Midnight Madness with?
Oh, my favorite performers are probably never gonna do something like that.
Who do you listen to? What do you listen
to? Well, it's a wide variety. Like I'll listen to some rock and roll, some metal, and the big one is Taylor Swift. Yeah,
that's the best. It's always funny to me. Like I always know. I always like you think, okay. Well, has put out like this persona. There's this huge persona of this 6'10", 6'11" big man from Cali. And in the end, the Cali overrides. Like every Taylor. What is it about Taylor Swift? What is it?
I don't know. Like I just like the music. It's a good. Like I kind of started listening to it when I was like stressed out, like stuff like that. When there's a lot on my plate, and you just put it on, and you're just a happy guy again. It relieves a lot of stress. So Taylor Swift it is.
Did you vote in this list?
No. No. I mean, I honestly wasn't even aware there was a list. So, I mean, I
didn't mean to get the guys in trouble. Yeah, G Herbo. Like I thought, okay, come on, really? This is what we came up with.
No, I mean, I'm good with it 100%. Like yeah. I like all sorts of music, but those are kind of my top guys. But I mean, I'm sure he'll do a great job. I have no problem with it. I'm all for a good performance. So.
Oh man, we're talking to Husker big man Wilhelm Bradenbach. Listen, it's a month away. Right. And as you prepare for it, which is more difficult to get ramped up to speed, the academics or the athletic?
I mean, it's hard because at the end of the day, like basketball is basketball. Like I've played basketball for so long, and obviously there's so much to learn still, and so much more to do and improve on. And then academics is it's a whole nother level of schooling. Like classes are a lot more involved. It's different in the ways that you're taught. It's class sizes are different, all sorts of stuff. So there's a lot of changes there. And then especially having been here for however many months over summer, just playing basketball, academics has definitely been a little bit of a change, but nothing I can't handle.
Have you declared yet? Do you know what you're?
I'm majoring in pre-health.
Okay, and what do you want to do with it?
I eventually want to do physical therapy. So, yeah.
Okay. Now you and I talked, so I know the answer, but I would love for them to hear it. Your mission and task. This is to be a profession for you. This basketball thing, like
Sure.
you should be in the league one day. Like that's the mission.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's the goal, and it's a hard place to get to. But obviously that's always the goal, and that's always what you're working towards.
What do you think, self-scout? What do you think has to happen between now and then for that to become a reality?
I mean, I've said it before. I need to obviously get bigger and stronger, be able to finish through more contact, have a more consistent jump shot, work on making the right reads more often, turning the ball over a little bit less. Yeah.
Walk me through the missed read side of this, because in this system, the rules are there. It's decision making at a high level.
Yeah.
And you're often going to be asked to do more things than a lot of people on the floor.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's tough too, because coming off the injury, obviously it's like I kind of came in a step slower, but there's just a lot. There's rules, but it's a pretty free flowing offense besides that. So just being able to kind of guys on the backside are a lot quicker too, and here than in high school. So if you typically in high school, if a guy's open and you throw the passes, he's going to get the pass. Here, if there's a guy in backside and there's a guy open, that pass isn't going to get there, which is something that I've started to get used to. But obviously, just quicker decisions, just better passes, read the defense a little bit better.
Coaches and analysts will say that your moment of success happens when the game slows down. How long do you think it'll take you because that's a speed thing, right? Yeah. That's a game quickness thing. That's a game length thing. How long do you think for you will it take, or has it taken?
I mean, I think I'm already there. Sometimes I just speed myself up in my own mind, but it's not a constant thing. And I think that happens to everybody everywhere, not just to me, but I mean, just kind of knowing when you're moving a little too fast, kind of running around a little too much. You just got to kind of slow down and just see the reads, and then find the open guy, the easy pass.
You talk about the injury. Let the listeners know what was the injury, and where do you stand on the rehab?
Yeah, I mean, I think, oh gosh, it was probably like 3.5 weeks before I left for here in high school. I tore up my meniscus and sprained my ACL. And then obviously I was doing rehab back home, came here, and I think probably month and a half or 2 months I was doing my kind of rehab stuff here. And now I'm back to 100% now, but there's sort of just some more mental things I got to work on. And then obviously not having been able to play in an actual game for so long will definitely make you a little bit slower. But I mean, I've been practicing since, I don't know. I've been practicing for a long while, going full go. So it's been fine. You
had mentioned in our last visit about changing your body. Yeah. Where do you stand, and how do you feel about it?
I mean, I'm still putting on weight. I'm up to, I don't remember what I was when I last came, but I'm up to about 225 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was not the number before.
Yeah, no.
That was not the number before.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm getting there, and I mean, I'm definitely getting a lot stronger, I can take a lot more contact. I can play a lot stronger, but there's still work to be done for sure.
This is, and I have to say, compared to the last couple of years, this room has size in it. Like, there are 4 big men.
Yeah.
Now, what are those practices like going against Derek Walker, Eduardo, Oleg?
It's definitely been challenging, and all of us can say that. Like, you're as a big, you're kind of used to there only being maybe one other guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we're doing rebounding drills, and it's 3 guys who are almost 7 feet tall, big bodies. Like, you're just not used to something like that. And I mean, we go after it too. Like, it's physical. Like, we're not letting each other do anything. And then of course, as soon as you get off the court and the drill, it's all love. But I mean, it's a super competitive scene for sure every day.
That would be the definition of the Big Ten.
Right.
Right. And as we said, this gives me further hope that this roster will elevate this basketball program. And young man, you are a vital part of it. I told you off air, I tell you on air. You project to do everything you want to do here and beyond. These listeners are going to love you, man. They're going to love your game. And the coaches that I know that have coached against you, there's a real thing, and you can not answer the question if you don't want. But there are coaches from California who say that there's a thing about Braden Bach is that he's sneaky. He's sneaky good, and he has sneaky confidence. You were often a target because you're a big white kid.
Right.
And to play in these leagues and to play up, sometimes that target either can give you resistance or it can propel you. What does it do for you?
I mean, it kind of propels me. Like, I don't really pay no mind to anything like that, just because I know what I can do, and nothing like that really bothers me. I just put my head down and play basketball. So there's not a whole lot to it. And I mean, people can say whatever they want, but at the end of the day, like, they're not going to say anything if I'm playing how I know I can. So
amen to that. Amen to that, man. Listen, again, I know you got another meeting to go to, and I appreciate you making time on a Friday. Look, enjoy tomorrow.
All right.
It'll be the first. Enjoy it. Enjoy yourself, and then come back and tell us how it was. Tell us how that first big Husker football weekend went.
Yes, sir. Will do.
Thank you. That's Wilhelm Breidenbach, Husker big man, 6'10", 6'11". What are we claiming now?
6'10" as of a few days ago.
Okay,
so
6'10", length on a Husker basketball team. We'll throw the break. This is one-on-one.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. 93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Cloudy skies this morning should give way to some sunshine by this afternoon. High temps very pleasant, around 76 with a north wind at 10. Tonight mainly dry. Showers and thunderstorms should stay off to the south and to the west. Lows dropping down to 63. A beautiful Saturday tomorrow with a high of 78. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You can search online for hours to find the best electricians in Lincoln and the surrounding area, but I'll save you time. High Electric has been serving their customers for 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They're experts in everything electrical, from remodeling to new additions, hot tub installations, electric vehicle chargers or EV chargers, lighting, ceiling fans, and more. High Electric takes jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at highelectric.com. Are you dragging through each day? Most people are dehydrated or deficient in essential vitamins, minerals, and more. Live Hydration Spa helps you get more out of your life with their IV hydration treatments to help with anti-aging, weight loss, endurance, and more. Their performance packages can help you feel better doing your normal daily routine with boosts of energy and vitality, an increase in immunity, and quicker athletic recovery. Call today for an appointment at 402-413-2042 or walk in at 71st and Pioneers. Live Hydration Spa.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Uncle Tim, some friends and I are getting together this weekend. Can you buy us some alcohol?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Come on, it'll be low-key. My friends always say you're cooler than other adults.
Oh, well, all right. But don't let your mother find out and don't get caught. Hello, officer. What can I help you with?
Are you the uncle of Samantha?
Yes. Is she okay?
You're under arrest for procuring alcohol from minors. One of the minors drove drunk and killed the mother of two last night in a crash. You're looking at up to 3 years in jail and a $10,000 fine.
Don't make the same mistake he did. We need you to be the responsible adult. Underage drinking, adult consequences. There's no free ride if you provide. Learn more at projectextramile.org.
Sponsored by Region 6, Nebraska DHHS, and SAMHSA. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association at this station.
Have you been to Barn Wood and Leather, that new furniture store in Lincoln? It's a whole new look. If you like country, you'll love Barn Wood and Leather. It's country with a kick. Rustic, yet contemporary. Handcrafted in America from historic reclaimed barnwood and the finest leather. Create your own one-of-a-kind look for a room or your whole home. Come see for yourself at Barn Wood and Leather, South 14th and Dahlberg. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on.
Cloudy skies this morning should give way to some sunshine by this afternoon. High temps very pleasant, around 76 with a north wind at 10. Tonight mainly dry. Showers and thunderstorms should stay off to the south and to the west. Lows dropping down to 63. Beautiful Saturday tomorrow with a high of 78. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Want to get a hot and perfect body fast? It's so easy. All you have to do is eat lots of bananas, but peels only. And always be sweating, but never look sweaty. That's disgusting.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Now through September 16th, join for just $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. And get back to a real routine with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join today for $1 down, $10 a month, and cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends September 16th. See club for details.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party postgame show on 93.7 The Ticket. Each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the team and coaches too. It's the Husker After Party postgame show, sponsored by Southeast Community College and N Street Drive-In. Back to one-on-one with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
So thank Goggles for coming in. That is a good dude. Like, that's just a high-quality good dude and hard worker. Look, he's going to help the program, but the whole him and the 4 7-footers, near 7-footers, banging it out. Not conversations normal to Nebraska basketball. It's a Fordham weekend. They're in town, and these games are always a little weird to me because having been on both sides of the equation, I've been in programs where we were the little lambs coming in, to be fed to the gladiators, right? We've been those ones where we're the ones that are supposed to get slaughtered. And then I've been on the side where I knew I was being fed. I was being fed some meat, some fresh meat, and you're going to have at it. So it's always a little weird to me that these things still happen. Like, I get why they still happen. And I'm not sure from the Husker fan base whether you guys would rather this be a week 1 game against somebody rather than it being just anybody. Like, would this make it a better weekend? Would it make it a more important game? Would it increase and help with ticket sales? If, let's say, this was North Carolina. Maybe it was a Pitt, Tulsa, somebody, right? Just somebody. It'd be great, but somebody. Texas Tech, maybe. Right? I mean, we'd be a little bit more excited about going to the stadium, right? And yes, it's an opportunity for Husker Nation to get together in public and watch what they love most, which is Husker football. And then the identity becomes the question becomes, can we show and identify who this team is? We got glimpse 1. This is week 2. We'll find out, what this is. Somebody from the Starter Heyman text line says, the Huskers are now the Lambs. Not tomorrow. But they'll give us some more answers. Somebody asked a question on the text line, and I don't have the answer. Does Tanners have a shuttle to the game tomorrow? I do not know. So there's that. Had the opportunity to talk to a couple of guys from Fordham yesterday, and they gave us a little bit of what is on their mind as they head to Lincoln.
Honestly, playing in front of a big crowd is going to be great, but a lot of the times I tell a lot of guys, people always say, "Oh, you're going in front of 90,000, things like that." But when I'm locked in, I'm in the zone. I don't hear anything. I just think about the play I'm running, how I want to get open, things like that. And definitely, obviously, the opportunity is going to be good. Coming from a small FCS school, this is going to be a huge opportunity. One of my biggest dreams in my life was to go to the NFL. So, hopefully I make some plays in Lincoln, and that'll definitely get some contact from NFL scouts.
Oh, it's going to be a dream come true. It's going to be a dream come true. Seeing all those fans, there's going to be a lot of things racing in my mind, but I got to calm down and play the game. Friday night when we get in off the plane, we're going to go take a little visit to the stadium, look around, take pictures and all that. And then Saturday, it's time to lock in. So, Saturday won't be as much excitement, but Friday night, I'm excited to see the stadium.
That was DeQuise Carter, the starting receiver for Fordham, and Grant Wilson, their QB2, who expects to see some action tomorrow. Nick, I would ask you this: what did you hear in that from those Fordham players?
Well, more in Grant Wilson than DeQuise. You hear that it's just an opportunity that they don't get where they're at. And I've never actually thought of it that way, because growing up in Lincoln and always watching Nebraska games, it was always, running out into the big, huge crowd. And when you watch Nebraska on TV, even at a place like Illinois or Maryland, even when the stands aren't always full, there's still 50,000+. And so you don't think about that as often when that's what and what you're used to seeing.
It was a part of why I wanted to have the discussion with them.
Mm-hmm.
I was asked yesterday, well, why would you have the Fordham guys on? One, I would much rather talk to Fordham players rather than Fordham media. There's two entirely different thoughts and two entirely different vacuums to deal with. But players who have put in the work. So imagine being a kid who is a pretty good high school football player. Like, both of those guys were all state. And in both cases, I believe both made high school All-America teams, either as second or third team. DeQuise Carter is a first team All-Freshman All-American. Period. But they pay attention. They pay attention to the game, and they know the history. And they're like, wait a minute, I get to go to a bill. Look, I've been in almost every state in the country, and I still get a little misty-eyed whenever I walk in Memorial.
Oh yeah,
it's just a different place.
Well, and this Saturday, I feel like a lot of fans are going to feel like that, even though it's against Fordham. I was going through my camera roll the other day, and I took a video. One of the first games that I actually worked for Fox Sports, and I was on the sideline for the game. I took a video of everybody around there up in the stadium, and I took a video of them introducing all the players on the big screen. And I got goosebumps because, number one, it just in the time that we are right now, it's been a year and a half, almost 2 years removed from the last time we were able to get together like that. Mm-hmm. And you kind of felt it at Garth Brooks as well. And it was like, whoa, I forgot how crazy awesome this place is when it's full.
Like, I don't want current situation and circumstance to become the norm or accepted or disrespectful to the legacy and the history. Like, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Look, this program is a big deal. The stadium's a big deal. The fan base is a big deal. And don't let it be chucked aside. Like, don't let it be devalued. And even in your own head, don't get to the place where you've forgotten why you love what you love. Like, there are a million reasons for Husker fans to love being Husker fans and to love Husker football. There's like 8 reasons they're really mad. Right? Like, I mean, is that fair? There's a million reasons for you to go, okay.
There could be more reasons why they're mad, but there's definitely just in general, in total, there's more reasons why you're happy that you're a Husker fan.
Yeah, but that's 8. I think 8 is fair.
Ooh, that's low ball.
That's 8. Look, if it's more than that, you were working really hard at it.
I was here at the postgame show last weekend. I think there was more than 8.
Well, wait a minute. So let's go through and figure out how deep this list is, and to speak and because there has to be a cause to all of it.
Yeah,
winning is a problem. Winning is problem 1.
Yeah.
Right. Winning like that. And everything that falls under winning or not winning,
lack of winning,
everything that falls under lack of winning is one thing.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Then maybe 8's a decent number. Everything that
game presentation
contributes to winning.
Give me a bigger seat. Give me bigger chairs. Give me beer.
Yeah.
Give me beer in the
Concourse.
facility. Right.
Oh yeah.
All those things, but you can put those in. That's game, like fan
experience.
Fan experience. You put that under leadership. Are you getting the proper leadership?
Above in the athletic department as a whole, yes.
Right. So again, So major columns, right?
Okay. Yep.
Are you happy with the Huskers' place in football?
No.
Okay. Are you satisfied with the level of talent on the teams?
Ooh, that's a tricky
put
one.
recruiting. You can put recruiting under the with that as well, right?
Yeah.
Is that a thing? What else could it be? Leaving the Big 12.
Yeah. I think now you're happy.
Are you happy with the Big 10?
I think so.
As it stands.
Yeah, I think so.
So remember, we were here for the last 18 months. There are a lot of anti-Big 10 folks.
Yeah. How they handled the situation. I think the leadership in the Big 10 people don't like. The quality of teams and the teams that are in the Big 10, Nebraska fits well.
But see, that's what's really weird. You can't say, I love playing against those teams, but those are the same teams and people who make the decisions that make the Big 10 what it is. It's one and the same. It's one and the same. So you can't say, I like being in the Big 10, but I don't like Kevin Warren.
I don't know
that's really weird to me.
I don't know if Nebraska would belong anywhere else.
Kevin Warren is just a product of all the member institutions of the Big 10.
Because in terms of conference, I don't know if Nebraska belongs anywhere else. That's a very interesting conversation to have.
Right.
Because the Big 12 is not what it used to be, especially with the departures of Oklahoma and Texas here in the next couple years. It's not going to be what it was. Obviously, Missouri's gone, Texas A&M's gone. It's not the Big 12, especially if they add BYU, UCF, and Cincinnati and those guys.
You just let people move in. It's got nothing to do with
that's not the Big 12. So I don't know if
no
Nebraska,
natural rivalry. Yeah. There's no history that says, "Ooh, remember the last BYU Nebraska football game?"
Yeah, so
the last time.
Wait, BYU Nebraska?
Yeah,
it was a couple years ago. It was Mike Riley's first year, and Tanner Magnum. Thank you, Haffer. He hit a Hail Mary, and it was a big deal because number one, he had just gotten back from 2 years of work or whatever, and then. It was like a big deal because Mike Riley lost his first game and Nebraska lost a season opening game, whatever.
I just think there's this would be a really cool time for the adults in the room to get together and make natural conferences.
But how do you make a natural conference? Is it just go back to what it was?
Confirmed missions.
Yeah.
Right? Some geographical logic.
Oh, that's out the window.
Geographical logic, that's simple.
It's simple, but that whole idea is out the window, I feel like.
Run where you are.
Oh, I understand.
Control where you are.
You should have some thought into the conferences, but
just bring South Florida into the Big 10 conference.
Did you hear South Florida was
just stupid.
Considered for the Big 12?
It's just stupid.
Yeah. I know.
It's just stupid.
Well,
and the adults in the room allow it to happen, and somebody just needs to stand up and go, no.
Yeah.
No. There's ways for them to make this thing work. Can make it attractive. Can make it fiscally profitable. It can make them. They can all get on the same academic and educational mission. That's not that complicated to do. But my goodness, there's 8 things. There's there's 2 handfuls of things that Husker fans can be upset about. There's thousands that they can really wrap their brain around that they enjoy. Don't let the 2 handfuls ruin the experience and the environment. That's all I'm saying. It's just through all of this, look, tomorrow's a big day, an opportunity for them to show out. Yeah. Now we'll come back after the break and I'll ask the question. What's it going to take for you to be happy? Final whistle Saturday. What's it going to take? What does it have to look like for you to go, Okay. Like I can. And is there a way that you would forgive them for Illinois?
No.
Not
Saturday.
Can anything happen tomorrow that makes you forgive the performance against Illinois? We'll ask those questions after the break.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is your high school minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Harrison Arns. In high school football on Thursday, the Norris football team defeated Elkhorn North 47-16. Norris came out strong in the second half, scoring early and often to secure a convincing win. Also on Thursday, Millard South took care of Elkhorn South 33-7. On Friday, number 5 Lincoln Southeast, currently 1-0, will play Lincoln Southwest 0-1 on Friday. Jake Applegate for Southeast will look to have a great game in this rivalry matchup. In volleyball, Fremont defeated Lincoln North Star in a close match that went to 5 sets. Lincoln Northeast won over Lincoln Southeast in 4 sets. Lincoln Pius defeated Columbus and Grand Island this week, and Lincoln Southwest defeated Kearney in 3 sets. In softball, senior Hannah Benedict from Seward struck out 7 to shut out number 5 ranked Norris. This has been your High School Minute, sponsored by Southeast Community College, with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford. Learn more today at southeast.edu.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
I wanted to see a team that was pissed, that was urgent, and I saw that from the get-go from the defense. Man, they looked good. The defense was getting in the backfield right away. Those first couple drives, oh my gosh. Man. And then it just stopped. I said, this can't be a couple drives. It's got to be a full 60 minutes. If you are going to tell me, Cam Taylor-Britt, on Monday that this is your Super Bowl for the year, I better see 60 minutes of hell out there. Fire. I didn't see it.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning.
The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef is Lincoln's newest full-service butcher shop, offering premium fresh-cut steaks and house-made sausages daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They exclusively carry certified Piedmontese beef raised right here in Nebraska. When shopping at the Mercado, you're not only supporting local, but also enjoying the official beef of Nebraska Athletics. With prime-grade tenderness and unparalleled nutritionals, your backyard barbecue is about to get a serious upgrade. Stop into the Mercado today, located off 84th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Everyone loves a good deal, and there's plenty of great options right now at Brown Shoe Fit for their summer clearance sale. Check out their multiple sizes and widths and sandals with brands like Clark's, Keen, Atrex, and many more. Hurry in for the best selection because this sale only goes to the end of the month. It's the summer clearance sale at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Hi, this is Kurt, your shop manager at A1 Automotive here in downtown Lincoln. My promise to you is this: you won't find another automotive repair facility that genuinely cares about you and your vehicle. Our service is outstanding and our customer service is better. Please give me a call for all your automotive repair questions and needs. Call me at 402-477-4660. We were built on small town values, and that shows in how we treat others. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
You can search online for hours to find the best electricians in Lincoln and the surrounding area, but I'll save you time. High Electric has been serving their customers for 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They're experts in everything electrical, from remodeling to new additions, hot tub installations, electric vehicle chargers or EV chargers, lighting, ceiling fans, and more. High Electric takes jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at highelectric.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Cloudy skies this morning should give way to some sunshine by this afternoon. High temps very pleasant, around 76 with a north wind at 10. Tonight mainly dry. Showers and thunderstorms should stay off to the south and to the west. Lows dropping down to 63. A beautiful Saturday tomorrow with a high of 78. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Where will you go next? The Southeast Community College Fall 2021 Continuing Education Schedule of classes is arriving in your mailbox. Learn CPR and first aid, or choose a path in trades and industrial technology like automotive or welding, or computers and technology like social media and web development and design, or 19 pages of personal interest classes like making door signs or woodworking. The entire schedule is online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Are you one of those people who thinks it's okay to drive stoned? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You end up driving below the speed limit? It's no big deal, right? Wrong. The truth is, your reaction times slow way down when you're high. You not only put yourself in danger, but everyone around you. Talk about a buzzkill. Stop kidding yourself. It's not okay to drive high. If you've been using marijuana in any form, do not get behind the wheel. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
When everything is changing, you need a store that's a constant. A store that has the brands your family loves and the value that you need. A store where you can stock up, pick up, and drive up. A store that's close to home and feels like home. A store that puts the health and safety of you and your family above all else. And a store that's always here to help. At Kohl's, we don't know what next year will look like. We just know that we'll be here for you no matter what. Kohl's, here today, here to stay. See store or Kohls.com for details.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket. Sponsored by Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, Tractor Supply Distribution Center, T.O. Haas Tire and Auto, Planet Fitness, Barnwood and Leather, and Vitalize Health. You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment of the hour, and I will ask you to do one thing for me, Husker fans. Do not be like the Tennessee fan. Ooh. Do not be like the Tennessee Vol fan who decided that he wanted to bet $220,000 that the Tennessee Volunteers would win by more than 35.5 against Bowling Green.
And they won 38-6, right?
Final margin, 32 points.
Oh, no.
Do not be that guy. In most cases, you could celebrate the 32-point win in your season opener.
Yeah.
Don't be the guy who bets Nebraska plus 43 and
let's what is the more popular bet this weekend? Is it Nebraska covers 43 or is it Fordham covers 43?
Look, man. Poison oak, poison ivy.
Poison ivy it is.
Poison oak, poison ivy. I'm not getting in the bushes. Like, I know better. I'm going to stay on my porch.
The experts hit Ohio State and Minnesota right on the head, 14.
Yeah, but it's a push.
It is, but they hit it. I mean, that just shows you that you can't win. You just don't win.
As I said, don't just imagine the guy who's got the moxie, the hubris to walk into a betting place and go, put $220,000 on the Tennessee Volunteers.
Well, it happened just last weekend with Nebraska. If Nebraska would have hit the 2 extra points, or just I think it was the last one, if Culp would have hit one of those extra points, they would have hit the over.
But this is the point. You're betting money on teenage boys, like teenage men. We know how not consistent they are.
Hey, what are you saying?
You're inconsistent, Nick. You are.
Nah.
You are inconsistent. If anything, like a matter of fact, the only consistent thing about you is that you're constantly inconsistent.
Oh, wow. That's hurtful. We should dive into this first segment.
Like this is what this is. I've been around college athletes for a long time. The one thing I know is don't bet on them.
It's a good thing I'm not a college athlete.
You're a student athlete, which is the same. Student, former athlete. How about that? How about
barely.
That? Yeah.
No, I got the slow pitch softball game.
that counts. Well, that's one-on-one. Jay Foreman, Husker Hall of Famer, joins us next. We kick off Old School.